We on our way. We the new OVO. We Justairwaves. Appreciate everything you do. And I'm talking to the world in general now. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to keep their heads high, stay blessed, stay motivated.
What's up, Real News family? We back again. You know, your boy Champ. I'm here, man. Today I'm going over One Piece. I'm giving you the One Piece 987 manga chapter review. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, it contains spoilers. I definitely want to get something out there, get this weekly thing going, you know, build up a better base and, you know, have some comments and interactions and, you know, get this anime thing. Anime is another thing I love, just like a lot of stuff we've touched on. You know, we creating content, trying to get some good media, some stuff that the Real News family will like and appreciate. And like I said, we back and we upgrading. You know what I mean? We upgrading and we trying to get y'all to where we appreciate y'all, so we're trying to get y'all to where y'all appreciate us a little bit more by, you know, keep a little bit more consistent content and finding out what the people like, and of course the music and everything else, man. We very well rounded here on Real News. Today I'm getting into One Piece chapter 987. Obviously contains spoilers. You know what I'm saying? First I'm gonna give you my One Piece info. I actually watched the show first. I watched One Piece the show. It was at over 800 episodes, you know, so I had to binge and scrape and blood, sweat, and tears, but I watched it, you know, I got to about 900 and actually caught up to the entire TV show, but I fell in love with this story so much that I went back and I started reading the chapters of the book, of the manga, which releases pretty much every week, just like the TV show does, you know, of course, breaks and COVID, a lot been going on, but for the most part, they both drop every single week for both of them for pretty much the last 20 years. So it's a lot of One Piece content. You know, I know it's a lot of fans out there. So, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, widen the spectrum, something I definitely love. About 2 years ago, my brother got me into it. Like I said, I watched about 900 episodes, binge watched, caught up, and then I read 900 chapters. And now I'm on the current chapter, which is 987, week by week. They come out, they got to get translated from Japan, as you know. So it doesn't come out pretty much the same day because, you know, the translation has to get translated over to English. I'm also going to be, you know, peeping over the pages and make sure I give y'all a detailed review of how I feel about the story. But let's get into it. One Piece manga review, chapter 987, Real News, your boy Champ. All right, so the first thing you want to get into is the cover. You know, a lot of people say the cover have deeper meaning because sometimes it comes back around. It's just a Straw Hat crew on top of what looks like a dog's head. There's a few dogs around them. I'm noticing the dogs are only standing by Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, the monsters of the group, the fighters, the people who really get it in, who by the end of the story going to be the 3 strongest type people in the world, close to it. So I don't know what that means. I try not to look too deep into the covers because you just never know where they'll go. Because it's just usually a picture of them hanging out, doing something fun, laughing, but it does come back around. This is the beauty of Oda's artwork and his process. This is one of the most amazing stories in history. Just any type of art, anime, TV, movie, it's a book as well. Any type of art, this story can't compete with it. You know, that's just my opinion. I believe the story can compete with it. But that's just the cover, you know. So I don't really have no predictions on the cover. I don't know. Garp used to wear the dog mask, but I try not to look too deep into the covers because then you just spend too much time on it, like I'm probably doing right now. So let's get into page 1. Chapter 986 ended with Kaido being attacked by the Red Scabbards. He had a flashback of memory of Odin, and it starts off the same way. He remembers getting that slash on his chest by Odin. And they just give us a flashback of when Odin threw the rest of his retainers out the boiling pot. and let them escape and live on to become what would be going on today. So simple, something slight. First page. And they also got Odin telling Kaido that my words and basically my samurai will follow you throughout time and history. And as we know, as a story that's 20 years later, those words and spirits have come back to bite Kaido. We see that those words came true. So maybe it's all coming to Kaido and he's just kind of taking it in. But I don't really think it's, he's the strongest creature in the world, so he's gonna get back right mentally. So let's move on. So page 2, more of the same. Just remember Odin, some of his words, and you actually see Kaido fall off the tower he was on with scars and scabs as the 9 scabbards have started to stab and attack him. And what caught my eye, which we'll get to later because they luckily explained it, they were able to stab Kaido. Kaido's bleeding. Kiku, the tall samurai, the man that seems like a woman, you clearly see her sword in his hand, blood. So I'm like very, very confused, but it's only the 2nd page, so I'm good with it. I'm living with it. Let's run. But sometimes One Piece does something where it's a very big story. So maybe something small doesn't make sense, but they keep moving because it's just a lot going on. It's very understandable. A lot of stories do that, and throughout history, sometimes they just miss details. But I was definitely wondering, how did they stab him? But they brought it all together. So Kaido, he lands. They take him down off the tower. Now he's on the floor. His wound is hurting. But as we know throughout the One Piece, story, when you get the feeling of a person who gave you a scar, your scar will start throbbing. This is not new information. So this is something, this is not new information. This is something that doesn't shock that he's remembering Odin and his scar is throbbing. But he's actually screaming in pain, or that's what is perceived to everybody else. We don't actually know yet because, Kaido is just a different breed. So maybe he's just angry, but he's screaming in pain. All his subordinates, or most of his subordinates, are just in shock because they thought a lot of these guys was dead, and they never seen Kaido hurt, pain, bleed, or whatever. So everybody's in shock. Kaido's still pretty much in shock as well, and the 9 red scabbards are stabbing and just giving it all they got right now. It's pretty cool. Also, Kaido's in that page says pain. Why? But I believe he was talking about the scar from Odin. I don't think he was actually talking about being stabbed. Then you just get a statement of pierce through him, keep going, and, final fall to the ground. He's down for the moment. Kaido is down. So it says they went underground. As you know, they're in a palace, so many different levels. It says they fell underground. Pretty much everybody starts reacting. Big Mom she's just reacting. She's, Kaido, you know what I'm saying? You fell out, you this, you that now. This is such an interesting party I'm at. Yamato and Luffy run up with Ulti actually stopping Yamato, why you hit me like that earlier, and she's just explaining to her that we're not friends. We're not allies anymore. I hope my father died. I don't care about my father. I don't care about you. I'm with Luffy. We're rushing to go over there and help take him down. So, F what you talking about. It's time for me to keep moving, And also, Kinemon's group appears with the rest of the Yakuza, the former gang leaders of the country. They come back up, locked and loaded with a bunch of soldiers. So it's just a lot going on, a lot of shock and awe, and just, we ready to do it. You know what I mean? We ready to end it all, and we're going to stop it. And during the exchange with Ulti, Yamato says, today's the day for me to become Odin. I don't care if my father dies. Not a part of the Beast Pirates and Kaido anymore. It's over. Now, very, very interesting. As Ulti and Yamato are still clashing, as we see, Big Mom sees Luffy. I love it. Of course, it's translated in English, but whenever we get to hear this in audio on anime, which is might be years down the line, Mugiwara. Yeah, I love the way she says it. Big Mom's character, I really enjoy. So she sees Straw Hat and is like, "Are you?" Yeah, like, I came here to kill you, so I hope you ready, little man. And of course, Luffy, strong-headed, in a sense, they call him, I don't know, he doesn't think, he acts. I don't want to call him dumb or nothing, but his friends call him stupid all the time. But he acts, he just acts, he does not think. So on the next page, Kaido pushes everyone off of him pretty much, because why wouldn't he? And just tells them it was true. Y'all were still around. There was rumblings of y'all in Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, but y'all hid behind all the ruckus the Straw Hats was doing. The label just got put under them, and y'all actually got me. Kaido says, I didn't know y'all still around. I knew the Straw Hats was causing this trouble pretty much, but I wasn't 1,000% sure, but now I am. Y'all in my face. And Kinemon just tells him, listen, bro. We here to do what we gotta do, and so is Luffy. Luffy is the man. I don't care what we do, you're not gonna beat Luffy. Just a beautiful thing. This is how Luffy cultivates relationships, and eventually this is how people start to talk for him. And it's just a beautiful thing. Another beautiful thing about the story. So now we go back to Big Mom reacting to Luffy. She says, Straw Hat, why are you here? You really thought beating Kaido would just be a joke? My man Luffy, like I said, he does not think. This is my man right here. He says, listen, you, Kaido, everybody else up here, I came to whoop everybody ass. It's a fucking war. This man announces that in the middle of some of the most dangerous people in this story. He says it's a fucking war and I came to knock everybody out. This man literally says that. Just in the epitome of his character. I love it. I thought this was a great chapter. But I love that. The stage is just being set. I didn't think Wano was slow because I enjoyed the story. But the climax seems to be coming fast. I thought we would move a little bit slower. We're traveling, to get to the battles. But seems like it's starting up, and it's just not going to stop. Not going to stop because on the next page, Big Mom still lit. And she ain't entertaining this fool because, at this point in the story, she should still be stronger than him from what we know. So, bro, what? She said, just because you brought a few hundred people with you, that don't mean nothing. That's not going to mean nothing. So, as that, we actually turn and see more soldiers have come, including Zoro. Eustace Kid, who is my brother's favorite, other favorite outside of the Straw Hats. I'm starting to like Kid more and more, and Law. So we actually see that pretty much all the armies are coming together. We ready. It's just a showdown. And like I said, this came a little faster than what I thought. I ain't mad at all. Let's do it. It's a showdown. And also, coming through the front gate, you got Pespero. I hope I'm saying it wrong. If I'm saying it right, which is Big Mom's daughter, with Marco the Phoenix following him. I think he's chasing him, but I don't know. Who's know what they talk about? One Piece is a crazy, crazy story. So they're together right now from what we've seen. I think Marco's kind of just chasing him, and they'll run into and interact with some people. But we also see that. So all of that is on this page. We just see the introduction of all the other characters who we knew were already in Wano to the battle. Last two pages, I'm just going to run through them, put them together. Kaido goes, Dragon Mode. He says, Straw Hat, I heard you. Let's get it. Let's get it. Remember, Kaido is the man who wants to die and cannot. So, but you're doing too much talking. My man Kaido says, I'm finally sober. I heard all that nonsense you just said. Let's do it. So as this is happening, the 9 red scabbards actually gather up again, compose themselves. Kind of have a small, Kinemon has a small interaction with Luffy saying, I appreciate you let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We made it. You know what I'm saying? We made it to our final destination, and basically we gonna live or die right here. And I appreciate you, Luffy. And great ending. Another reason I think this is a great chapter, because they say Kaido went above the palace because he could not fight as a dragon in the palace, a little too small. But that also opened up the sky, and there's no sun right now. It's night and it's moon. The moon is out. And if you know One Piece, my God, all we saw was a face and some teeth and a scar on the eye. And they said that sun is out, and basically the moon is out, let's do it. So, oh my God, next week, or next chapter should be amazing. We're finally going to see the Sulong form of some of the minks. Love it. I dig it. My review, another great chapter, you know what I'm saying? I love One Piece. It wasn't too many things that I saw to really foreshadow or dive deep into. It was kind of all on the plate for me, most of it. But you know, One Piece is it's intense. It's crazy. I love the story. You know, that's my review. Chapter 987. We'll see you next time. Real news.